What's good, people? This is Sim Football Critic, and thank you for stopping by. All right, here it is, Madden 13. It's time to go to work. I'll be showing good things, I'll be showing bad things, and I'll be showing areas of concern. All right, so with that being said, since this play has ran, let's go ahead and go back and break it down. First thing we'll be taking a look at is Antonio Cromartie. If I remember correctly, I was running a cover 3 here. So let's just take a look at him and see, what he does. Looks like he's playing his assignment pretty well. You notice the proper foot planting and change of direction. And this is something that you will see quite often with the wide receivers and the DBs. Still the area of concern and still something that needs to be addressed is the fact that you don't really get that with a controlled player, a user-controlled player, or, of course, when you're the ball carrier. So I need to see that going forward, man. You guys know that's my pet peeve as you take a look at Calvin Pace here. When I run it here in regular speed, you're going to see it just looks funny. Player movement is definitely an area that still needs to be addressed and needs to be more realistic. These players have to be attached to the field, and that will drastically reduce, that sliding effect and ice skating effect that we've all seen for the last several years. So yes, that area still needs to be addressed. And let me just address this real quick. I see guys commenting, not just on my video, but on other people's videos as well. And they're saying that, how can you play a game that doesn't even get the movement correct? Now, I agree with you on part of that statement. But I don't agree with the fact that you're not able to play a game because the movement is not correct. Honestly, that's personal preference. I'm pointing out these things, and basically, almost every video that I make, I talk about player movement and line play. I recognize that. Now, if I were to come out and tell you that these things are correct, that would be a different story. But if I'm recognizing these areas, then how is it that I can't or shouldn't even play a game because those areas are not addressed? Since when have we not been able to play a game because everything is not correct? That's just my assessment. All right, so now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Take a look at this play here, and I'm controlling number 52. I believe that's David Harris. Look at what happens here. What I love about this play is the fact that because I wasn't in a proper position, it triggered the only possible animation. It didn't spin me around to get an interception. It didn't allow me to whip around and look at the quarterback real quick, or put me into a catching animation. It put my hands up, and I'm pressing the Y button. It allowed me to put my hands up in a realistic fashion, because that should be the only thing that can trigger if I'm looking at the receiver and not looking at the ball or the quarterback. The only thing I should be able to do in this instance is knock the ball down. So I like that. Now, what I also like is how this interception played out. The ball actually bounces off my head and goes into Landry's hands. Now, I know we could argue this. Is that realistic as far as, did the ball just bounce right into my hand? I don't know. And, I could understand that debate. I like how the physics right there also played out as the bodies collide in a realistic fashion. But I can understand that kind of debate. But what allows me to kind of agree with this outcome is the fact that as I pan it back around here, you'll see that Landry actually looks the ball in. And then he tucks the ball. So this makes it a little more believable, even though I know it could be questionable. All right, so I just wanted to show that. It's a nice outcome. I like the outcome of that play. I got more videos to come. And like always, let me know what you think.